Rise my minions.
Welcome to another video. I know the Simp King has been away for a long time, but it's okay. I'm back. I'm here to take care of all your fears, and I'm back because we're playing in the 2010 event. That's right, it's Edison format, everyone's favorite old school format, maybe second to GOAT format. It's extremely fun. A lot of different decks. No wombo combo Snake Eyes for a billion years. Just good old hero Deep Sea Diva. Let's summon a Deep Sea Diva with our Deep Sea Diva. Use our Destiny Hero Malicious. That way, foolish burial to the graveyard. Summon the old Stardust Dragon. Used to be a boss back in the day. People use traps. Would you believe it? People use traps. We're going to synchro again into the Thought Ruler. Thought Patrol is here with the Thought Ruler Archfiend. It negates a spell trap that targets a psychic monster you control. You got to pay 1,000 life points. It's got to target it. But you know what? It also has 2,700 attack, which is pretty sick. And we got the Miracle Fusion, fusing a water and a hero from our graveyard, banishing to fusion summon. The Elemental Hero, Absolute Zero. What else is going on? There was a new ban list. An Umi card got banned. Could you believe it? We'll be back with the Umi ban discussion next time. But for now, we gotta show some fools how to play the best format Edison. Treeborn Frog. I crafted this just for this deck list. Alright, people play this in old school format Edison. Each turn, you don't have any spell traps in your back row. If it's in the graveyard, summons itself back to the field. That is a recurring guide that you contribute, that you can chump with. We thought we got this in the bag with our bajillion attack points, but opponent has a Marsh Milan. What is the out to Marsh Milan? Well, hopefully we draw it. I don't want to have to torrential tribute my entire board to deal with Marsh Milan. I think we got some outs though. Also got the OG boss Gores. Nobody plays around Gores anymore. But now we're going to teach people to play around Gores by using him. Alright, opponent, setting some back row. But what is their strategy? Marsh Milan is not a strategy. Let's Elemental Hero pop some of that back row. Looks like opponent's strategy is stalling. Alright, opponent's trying to negate attacks. So I got a new plan, alright? Forgot to switch my frog into defense mode, but that's all good. Opponent, what are you going to do next? Because I got a plan. I got a plan to deal with your Marsh Milan and your Gellin Duo, which is basically Marsh Milan Part 2. Can't be destroyed by a battle. Opponent thinks they got us. They think they can stop us from doing damage. But we got a plan. Opponent's that more back row. We got a plan, alright. What does this guy say? He says, when he leaves the field, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Let's tribute summon the Gores. Activate the effect. Raigeki the field. Attack directly for 7,900 damage. That is leaving opponent at 100 life points. Opponent. Great part about this format, alright. Very few OTKs, alright. You're not going to be OTKing. You're going to have a grindy game. Opponent. Summon limit. Imperial Custom. Not going to do anything to us. Also, we got the Solemn Judgment to negate. Opponent. Doing nothing. No more Marsh Milans. It is Jover. Let's get in with the Thought Ruler. Opponent. Get Edison. Let's go on to the next game. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see my next video where we're going to talk about Umi getting banned. I promise it will not be a whole month, alright? I took my break, alright, from Yugioh. There's too much fire happening, and I was like, where's the new water stuff? So I took a vacation. Then they released this, and I was like, I gotta come back. I gotta come back for Edison. Opponent, Dark Greffer, sending a Stygian Street Patrol, and looks like they're playing Infernities. Old deck, DK'd. If you ask him, he'll talk about it. He'll say people used to cheat by activating their Infernity effects that you have to have no cards in the hand. By setting cards in their back row that were monsters that they weren't allowed to set to have no cards in the hand. That's some paper play, legal only TCG. Let's special summon Cyber Dragon. Summon the Plague Spreader Zombie and Synchro Black Rose Dragon, popping the opponent's board, popping the back row, popping everything. That's Raigeki Break, Call the Haunted, Dark Greffer, all gone to Jesus. Let's send our Treeborn Frog to the graveyard. Set some Solemn Judgment, some Deck Devastation Viruses. Pass the opponent. Opponent. Monster Reborn, stealing our Black Rose Dragon. Well, I cannot allow that. Old man, deny this. Old man, say no. Now, great part about this, alright? Big price to pay. 4,000 life points. Those little chip-in attacks will add up in this old-style Yu-Gi-Oh game. All right, it's no longer that any deck can get an OTK with one negate pass there, one monster summon. This is not that deck. Opponent can't even get 4,000 damage. Infernity Launcher can summon 2 Infernities from the graveyard, but they only have 1 in the graveyard. 2 monsters on the field. We draw Reinforcement of the Army. this deck devastation virus actually being a bit of a problem because my poor Treeborn Frog can't return himself to the field because I have a set back row. Probably should have kept this in the hand. Let's add Dark Repper. Normal summon the Stratos. Stratos is free, searching for the Malicious. Let's Plague Spreader Zombie return that hero onto the top of the deck and summon Brionac. And Brionac is just here to attack because we don't want to bounce any of these things back to the hand. We don't want to send an Infernity to the graveyard. We're going to hit this Dark Repper. We're going to hope that Brionac is thick enough to hold. Opponent, if they know what they're doing, they might attack and then use this Infernity launcher to summon 2 Archfiends from the graveyard. But opponent, they're afraid of our back row maybe, setting and doing nothing. All right, we draw the Malicious we knew about. We're going to pass. We got nothing. We got nothing to do. We attack this, they just summon it again with the launcher, and that's bad news. So we're going to hold on the deck devastation virus. Dark Armed Dragon, this is the pathway to victory. All right, we get 3 dark monsters in the graveyard. Summon this boy any number of times. Banish a dark from the graveyard, pop a card on the field. That's going to wipe the opponent's entire field. All we got to do, get exactly 3 darks in the graveyard. Right now, we have 0 darks. Dark Repper going to discard a dark to send a dark to the graveyard. Infernal Prodigy in the graveyard. Opponent activating Reinforcement. Getting the Dark Repper. And passing the turn. They're afraid. They're afraid to summon. They're afraid to do anything. This back row is holding us in this. Now, new plan, alright? We want this Spirit Reaper in the graveyard so we can summon the Dark Armed Dragon. Let's bounce something back to the hand. Bounce their Infernity Archfiend. Special summon Dark Armed Dragon. And let's pop this entire back row. Opponent, Mirror Force be gone. Infernity Launcher be gone. Back row be gone. Opponent, MST, pop in the back row. I guess they weren't scared of it after all. Opponent, pop in our deck devastation virus. We could have sacked the Dark Armed Dragon and popped all the monsters in their hand that had 1500 or less attack, but we know the monster in their hand that we know about has 18, so that's not really going to do anything. So, yeah, let's just banish all their back row. Get in for big damage. Put opponent all the way down to very few life points. Opponent all the way down to the old 600. But they get something thick. Dark Repper gonna be dead. Opponent Dark Repper sending Plague Spreader Zombie, ending the turn. 1 set back row. Mirror Force could get us. So let's make sure Mirror Force doesn't get us. Treeborn Frog is back. Let's bounce that back to the hand. Mirror Force be gone. Opponent, you are done. Dark Armed Dragon takes it. Umi, Diva, Edison format. This old school classic games are just so fun. Let's go on to the next one. Now be sure to stick around to the end. I'll have the full deck list. Although unfortunately, by the time this video is up, I think the event will have ended. Only ran this event for 3 days. Very sad. Hopefully, you know, if you like it, let Konami know in their next survey, and maybe they'll bring it back, because this is the sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I love to play. Old school. Let's add the Stratos to the hand. Deep Sea Diva, summon the Spiked Gillman, the Spiked Gillman, and go into the Ally of Justice Catastor. Opponent Bottomless Trap Hole, banishing our Catastor. Very rude. Alright, I was, you know, Monster Reborn, hoping that I could reborn my ally. But, you know what? This is fine. Alright, we're just going to pass. Because, old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because you pass with an empty board doesn't mean you're going to die. Opponent too afraid, they're going to set the T. T set. Let's Stratos. Add Malicious. Activate Dark Repper's effect, discarding the Malicious. And it's our nemesis, Black Wings. Alright, you know me. Alright, Black Wings, my biggest enemy. Alright. We could Monster Reborn some stuff, we could do some nonsense, but we're just going to set Mirror Force. Opponent, Mystical Space Typhoon, pop in the Mirror Force. Not ideal. Alright. Could have Synchro summoned something, but nothing great to Synchro here. Dark Hole, wiping the whole board. Black Wings, going to get in for 17 with the Black Wing Bora. Bora the Destroyer. What can we do? Alright, now, we could Monster Reborn, Tribute Archias. We could Malicious, Tribute Summon Caius, banish the opponent's monster. Both great options. Let's go with option number 2. Summon the Malicious. Excuse me, option number 3. Deep Sea Diva, Malicious Synchro. I think this is a great option. Alright, why banish this when we can hold our banish for later? Monster Reborn, get the second Malicious, and now we got Stardust to protect from popping effects, and we got Colossal Fighter, who is very thick. Alright, look at this guy. 3,100 attack points. That is very thick. We also got Bottomless to protect. So let's smash. Stardust, protect, destroy. Bottomless to protect from a big monster. I think we're golden. Opponent. What can you even do? Opponent summoning Cyber Dragon. Summoning a Blackwing Blizzard. The far north. Alright, we're going to let that go. Opponent. Synchro summoning into Gaia, the Force of Earth. Alright, now this could attack over our Stardust Dragon, leaving our Colossal Fighter vulnerable. Alright, you know, he's can be destroyed by card effects, so we don't really want that. So I'm thinking opponents use a lot of their materials. They've done a lot of things. Let's Bottomless Trap Hole. They don't have their normal summon. Banish this. Opponent has nothing. Except opponent. Exactly 3 darks in the graveyard. We're going to get Dark Arm Dragon. Attack over the Stardust. Protect from the negate. Banish Colossal Fighter. Alright, we're in trouble. We extended too far. And now we're going to get got by Blackwings. You know, Blackwing Dark Arm Dragon. Alright, best card in the game. Treeborn Frog. Alright, you know what? Treeborn Frog is great. We said Treeborn Frog. Hopefully we live. Opponent forgets to activate Dark Arm Dragon. He summons himself back. We Caius, banish the Dark Arm Dragon. We're back in this. Alright, Yu-Gi-Ohing. Treeborn Frog live. All we gotta hope is that Blackwings doesn't draw any monster with any amount of attack. Opponent remembers to pop our Treeborn Frog. No monster, opponent. No monster. No monster. The Blackwings, they always got it. Opponent got us. But you know what? We'll be back to get revenge on the Blackwings next time. Let's go on to the next game. On to the next game. We got a great hand. We got the Cyber Dragon. We got the Foolish Barrel. Opponent, DD Warrior Lady. Great monster right back in this format. If it battles, it banishes the monster that battle. Just got like, you know, death touch in a way. Let's add to the hand. And let's think out our plays here. Alright, we got some cool plays. Cyber Dragon, Deep Sea Diva. Deep Sea Diva activate. Summon a Deep Sea Diva. Synchro summon into Black Rose Dragon. Alright, it is a little bit wasteful. Alright. To waste my other Deep Sea Diva. I could have left the other one in the deck. That might have been a good option too. But we're just going to wipe everything. We're going to wipe it all away. Get rid of that back row. Get rid of that problematic dimensional girl, the DD Warrior Lady. Opponent had a Spell Trap Negate and a Dimensional Prison. So that was a lot of stuff we removed with the Black Rose Dragon. Classic, just old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Cleared the board. This card used to be super expensive back in the day, but now we can play it. Master Duel. Everyone's like, Black Rose Dragon. No one summons that anymore. Used to be a classic. Alright, look at that art. Sick Dragon. Opponent summoning a Crusader. Let's get Banishing. Monster Reborn. Stealing Black Rose Dragon. What is this? Steal Black Rose Dragon Day? The second opponent who Monster Reborn my Black Rose Dragon. Opponent. Get banished. Dimensional Prison. Alright, what have we got? Well, we got the Treeborn Frog. Frog, return to me. Let's get that Spine-Edged Jillman out here. Get attacking. Frog has thick attack points when the Spine-Edged Jillman is here. Opponent. Show me your moves. Opponent. Pop of Duality. Revealing cards from the top of their deck. Now, opponent's playing one of the loner decks. The loner decks actually were quite good in this event. So props to Konami for letting people play properly. Now you'll see opponent added a Mirror Force, so we got to play around that. We know the set card. I've already forgotten where it is, but you know, I probably remember. One of these is Mirror Force. Oh, actually, I think they said all these at once. We don't know which one's the Mirror Force. Opponent set. Or we're set, sorry. Opponent set and we're set. Destiny Hero Malicious. Get that Frog back in the graveyard. Frog is going to come back to us later. Opponent summoning Cyber Dragon. Attacking the Spine-Edged Jillman. Spine-Edged Jillman is gone, but our Frog returns to us. MST here to make a shot at the back row. Hopefully we hit that Mirror Force. Go for the middle. Opponent, Miracle Fusion. If they ever get a hero, could summon a hero. That's not great. Not great for us. Let's flip this guy face up so we can pop another back row. Get poppin'. Not the Mirror Force, Miracle Fusion. Alright, so we know Mirror Force is right here. Opponent's got Cyber Dragon, Mirror Force, and nothing in the hand. We got nothing in the hand. This is an old school top deck showdown. Who can top deck out of the situation? Opponent. Stratos. Beat down. Back to our turn. Let's draw. Draw on the Gores. I love me some Gores action, but Gores can only be summoned if we have no cards on the field, so opponent has to attack us directly. Let's turtle. Turtle it up. It's turtling time. The Holy Frog is here. Cyber Dragon crashing into Malicious. Let's draw, let's pass. Ooh, Caius the Shadow Monarch is here. Well, let's banish. We know now this is a new card. This is the Mirror Force. Banish the Mirror Force. Opponent, Mirror Force be gone. Bottomless. Hitting our Caius. But now we got nothing on the field. Gores time. It's time to Gores. Opponent, they don't know. They don't know to play around Gores. There's not really anything you can do to play around Gores. They hit us. Gores triggers. We summon it. We get a token with attack equal to the damage that was dealt to us. That is 2,100 attack points. Gores, your time to shine again. Old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you don't take a lethal attack every time someone attacks you. Treeborn Frog is back. We got the Solemn Judgment to protect. Let's smash that Cyber Dragon. Opponent, get beat down by the Gores token. Set that Solemn Judgment. And opponent, is there anything you can do to get out of this situation? There is not. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. Imagine a duel that took more than one turn to complete. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Game is over turn 2 usually. But look at us here. It's turn 2. Game's not even close. Close to over. Opponent playing Black Wings. We must get revenge against the Black Wings. Elemental Hero Stratus, Cyber Dragon, OG Classics. Let's search for the Evil Hero. This can summon itself for free. We have no monsters on the field. Let's smash into the Zephyros, attack opponent. 421, not even playing around Gores. Let's set the Deep Prison. We got Miracle Fusion, we got the Dark Arm Dragon. If we ever end up 3 Darks in the graveyard, opponent, pop in our Deep Prison. Summoning Black Wings. Black Wings back on the field, but what was this? Alright, they just summoned their Black Wing, but they're hoping this back row is going to trick us. Maybe this is Mirror Force. We got to be careful, alright? Let's be careful. Deep Sea Diva, summon a Diva, go to battle. This was not careful at all, alright? They Mirror Force us here, that would have been devastating, alright? This was very not careful. Attack again, attack again. Main phase 2, set the Mirror Force, and we're not going to do anything, alright? We're going to leave our bodies on the field, because sometimes your bodies are more valuable than Synchro, because like back in these days, alright, like what are we going to Synchro here? We got 5 and 4 and 2, we can make a 6, and then an 8. So we could make a, we can make a Stardust Dragon, or we can make a Black Rose and not wipe the board because we got more stuff than our opponent. So what even are we going to do, alright? Sometimes you just leave your little bodies on board. Bodies being valuable. What kind of Yu-Gi-Oh is this? Black Wing sure are trying to attack our Deep Sea Diva. The most wasted Mirror Force ever. I'm like, I'm going to keep my Diva, thank you. Opponent, you got nothing, no Black Wing, no nothing. Destiny Heroes Malicious is here. In the hand. Let's Brionic. Opponent, bottomless. Hop in the Brionic. That's exactly what I was worried about. Miracle Fusion. Water Hero. Become. Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Opponent. They are toasted. They know. Black Wings, be gone. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. Right. On to the next game. We got a beautiful hand with our boy Sangan, limited to 1. Searches anything. Opponent. Summoning King Tiger Awagu. Interesting. If we summon anything with 1400 or less attack, it destroys it. That's it. So, no Diva, no Treeborn Frog, no summoning Sangan in attack mode. But there's another thing people forget, alright? In Yu-Gi-Oh! There used to be this thing called setting a monster face down. And in this format, it's still viable. Let's set that Sangan face down. Set Solemn, set Torrential. Opponent. Summoning a Breaker. Breaker, gonna pop our back row. So, in response to again the token, let's just pop it with Torrential. Wipe opponent's Wangu away. Pop our Sangan and get searching. Opponent, board be gone. Sangan, activate, search for a monster with 1500 or less attack points. Get that Spirit Reaper. And Spirit Reaper gonna make opponent discard cards. Also can't be destroyed by battle. Let's draw. Bottomless Trap Hole. Spirit Reaper. Get in. Opponent shrinking the Spirit Reaper. Now, unfortunately, when an effect resolves targeting Spirit Reaper, he is destroyed. So we could Solemn Judgment this. I thought about it, but I decided Spirit Reaper, it's time for you to go. You got Shrunk. Shrink lethal on the Spirit Reaper. Opponent summoning a white magical hat. That is going to be a Spirit Reaper. It deals damage to us. We're going to discard a card from our hand. I like my hand, so Solemn Judgment, activate. Pop the magical hats. Pass to our turn. Now, draw in Elemental Hero Stratos. Get us the Destiny Hero Malicious. Dark Arm Dragon not doing anything while we have no 3 darks in the graveyard, just 1 more needed. Opponent, your move. Summoning a Breaker. Let's banish the Breaker. Stop him from attacking over our Elemental Hero Stratus. Breaker actually amazing card. I should probably be playing that in this deck. Alright. Check out the deck list at the end of the video. Let's draw. Miracle Fusion, Deep Sea Diva. Get the Spine Edge Jewel Man, and that's it. It's time. Synchro Summon. Your boy Trishula. 3 heads, 3 banishes. At random. Banish a Ghost Destroyer. Alright. Let's Miracle Fusion. Summon the Elemental Hero Absolute Zero, getting boosted because we got a Water Monster on the field. Attack opponent all the way down to a pathetic 500 life points opponent. Can you turn this duel around? One setback row. Alright, the fear of Yugioh is in me. Alright, this could be anything. Even Mirror Force. I always say it. Setback row, always it's Mirror Force. Let's pair around Mirror Force. Let's set to defense mode. Attack directly with Trishula. And I knew it. Yeah, it's always Mirror Force. Pop in our Trishula. Our beautiful Trishula has popped. Let's set the Treeborn Frog. Opponent. Your move. Set in the back row. Or face down. Face down monster. Could be anything. Alright. Could even be monster Maneater Bug. So let's get rid of Maneater Bug with Caius. Tribute our Frog. Banish the DD Warrior Lady. Like Maneater Bug. Like it's basically Maneater Bug. Right? It's going to pop a monster we attack with. Switch to attack mode. And that is lethal with the E Hero. Gotta play around Mirror Force. You got to. Let's go on to the next game. On to the next game. We got our Cyber Dragon. We got our beautiful Gores. Just all around great hand. Alright. This is the hand where you do absolutely nothing. Let's let opponent attack into our Gores. Opponent. Obnoxious Celtic Guardian. Hitting us. Gores triggered. Summon. Token. Beautiful. Opponent. Set in the back row. Smashing ground, popping the Gores. That is a-okay. Alright, we got the Emissary of Darkness to hit this obnoxious Celtic Guardian. Can't be destroyed by 1900 or more attack point monsters. Luckily, our token has exactly the right number of attack points. Fire off this alert. Draw 2. Banish Dark from the hand. We're going to banish this Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. Might regret that later, but who knows. Alright, I like Dark Grepher. Dark Grepher pretty solid. Deep Sea Diva. Summon the Spine-Edged Jillman. Synchro Summon Ally of Justice Catastor. Opponent Bottomless Trap Hole. Yo, this is the second time Catastor got Bottomless Trap Hole. Alright, let's Monster Reborn. The Gores. Gores just being thick. Getting out here. Opponent. Smash into your Guardian. Smash it with the Gores, but this duel is far from over. Opponent still has 5,300 life points. We may have some setback row, but opponent can have anything. Alright. Cyber Dragon. Summoning the Caius. Caius gonna banish Gores. Alright, in response, we're gonna Torrential Tribute. Wipe the monsters from the field. We got another plan. Deck Devastation Virus. Trigger. Tribute our Gores. Now reveal opponent's hand, and we're going to pop any monster that has 1,500 or less attack points from their hand for the next 3 turns. Opponent, pop your Spirit Reaper. Spirit Reaper be gone. Wipe the field. Opponent has a Cyber Dragon, but they can't summon it. We got no monsters on the field. We got a plan if opponent ever summons that Cyber Dragon, though. So let's summon the Dark Grepher. Hit opponent for 17. Pass the turn. Opponent. Swords Revealing Light gets revealed since we have the effect of the virus showing us opponent's hand. Cyber Dragon. Pop in our monster. But now it's time for the ultimate Edison play. Let's draw. Drawing our Miracle Fusion. Summon Cyber Dragon. Steal Fusion Contact with the Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. You can use monsters from either field. That's 2 Cyber Dragons or Cyber Dragon any machine. Summon that Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. Get yoinkin'. Your Cyber Dragon is our Chimeratech Fortress. And now, we hit opponent for 2,000. We don't have any heroes in the graveyard, so can't use the Miracle Fusion. Opponent, MST drawn. That means they got a Swords Revealing Light and an MST. Here's the swords. Love that animation. Setting the MST. And now it is over. The virus is over. Opponent will be drawing cards. We will not know what they are. Foolish Burial. Great draw here. Let's Foolish a Malicious. Malicious. Summon Malicious. Tribute the Caius. Banish the Swords Revealing Light. Activate that Miracle Fusion. Opponent pop in response. They know they're done for. Old school MST. They're like, you got me. Activate that Miracle Fusion. We're just flexing now. Showing opponent what we had. Absolute Zero is here. Get opponent with a direct attack. Their Watery Hero. Love to see it. Thanks so much for watching if you stuck around. Let's go to the old school Edison deck list. Alright, here it is. The old school deck. Edison format. Unfortunately, some cards don't work as they're supposed to in this event. I was playing the Future Fusion a couple times. I activated it, but in old school, it used to immediately activate, send the materials to the graveyard. So it was like Ultra Foolish Burial. You could send a bunch of heroes to the graveyard right away. They eroded it, so now it doesn't activate until your next standby phase, which kind of sucks. Give opponent a whole turn to to pop it, and then also you don't get your materials till the next turn, so you can't, you know, activate it and then fusion summon using Miracle Fusion right away. So sad opponent, or sad Konami did not errata this card back to the way it was for this event, but maybe they'll do that if people like it enough. There are some other cards that were errated since since then that are not errated, including there was an extra deck monster. I think it's the Yugioh Guardian. Yugioh Guardian used to be generic, and now it requires an Earth Tuner. So everybody in the day used to be making Yugioh Guardian. Here he is. When it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you get to steal that monster to your field. 2800 tackle, also Synchro 6. This was like a key card in Edison format, but because they errated it to need an Earth Tuner, basically unplayable in any deck that's not running Earth Tuners. So very sad that they didn't errata this for the event. Maybe if people like it, they will errata it back to the way it was, because you know this is it was kind of fun. All right, old school Edison, kind of fun. Anyway, let's go through the deck. All right, we got Treeborn Frog. Not necessary for the deck, but kind of fun. We got the Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. Summons itself for free. It's a dark. You can search it with your Stratos. We got the Plague Spreader Zombie, level 2 Synchro. Summons itself from the graveyard by returning a card to the deck. You can do sorts of nonsense by like shuffling it in and then putting it back on deck and then shuffle it with a Deep Sea Diva so you draw something different. You know, all sorts of fun plays. The old Crack a Fetch, Brainstorm. We got triple Deep Sea Diva. We got the Sangan. Spirit Reaper, just a great card, you know. Make opponent discard. Set it. Can't be destroyed by battle. Spine-Edged Jillman. Target for the Deep Sea Diva. We got the Elemental Hero Stratos, limited to 1. Dark Gruffer. We got the Cyber Dragon ×2. We got 2 Destiny Hero Malicious. We got triple of the Kaya Shadow Monarch. Just a great card for banishing problematic monsters. We got the Gorse. Love the Gorse. Gorse is so fun. Alright, it's an old school hand effect. It's just so fun. Alright, punish opponents for attacking you. We got the Dark Arm Dragon. Ultimate boss back in the day. Monster Reborn. We got the Foolish Barrel. We got the Reinforcement Army. Gold Sarcophagus. We got 1, 2, 3. Miracle Fusion. We got the Allure of Darkness. We got the Future Fusion. Still good. All right, still good in this event. I'll see if you know what. We'll have a bonus game. I'll see if I can find a game where we use Future Fusion. We'll go and check it out. All right, because I don't want you to miss out on this Future Fusion value, even if it's not errated. Mystical Space Typhoon. We got 2. We got Mirror Force. We got Torrential Tribute. We got the Bottomless Trap Hole. We got the Deck Devastation Virus. We got 2D Prisons. And we got the Solemn Judgment in the extra deck, Chimera Fortress. We got Absolute 0 ×3. We got Armory Arm. I never summoned this, but it is summonable. Allied Justice Catastrophe. Very easy to summon in this deck with the Diva into Spine-Edged Jillman. And pops any non-dark monsters, so that's pretty sweet. Magical Android gains you life points. Bryonic bounces things to the hand. Black Rose Dragon Yasame use. Just a great card. All around 10 out of 10 design. Dark End Dragon. Pops monsters if you can Synchro 8. Colossal Fighter is big. Stardust Dragon is here to negate effects. Red Archfiend Dragon is here to be extremely big. Alright, if opponent ever manages to summon Blue Eyes Red Dragon, you can trade with it. Alright, that's some value. Thaw Ruler Archfiend and the Trishula also here. Alright, let's see if we can find some bonus games. Thanks so much for watching. Stick around if you want to see some bonus action. Otherwise, have a good night. Let's go. Alright, we got it. Future Fusion in the hand. Let's see the power of Future Fusion. Alright, now back in the day, you'd activate this, and you'd select your hero monster, alright, and then you'd send any water, and water, and you send any hero, and then you can activate immediately, summon your hero from the graveyard, tribute summon your Caius, but we're getting the errated version, so Future Fusion, we'll do something later. Opponent, your move, playing Black Wings. Get banished. Bottomless Trap Hole. You know my nemesis, Black Wings. They are my nemesis. Alright, we're gonna get revenge. If we can. Double revenge. There you go. Sending the materials. Imagine if we did this immediately on activating the card. It would have been so epic. Alright, you could activate your Malicious right away. Treeborn Frog also in the GY to come back once this is gone from the field. Deep Sea Diva. Synchro Summon Deep Sea Diva. Activate Malicious. Get a level 6 on the field. Synchro Summon. Stardust Dragon, protect us from popping effects. Synchro Summon. Bryonic, protect us from this back row. Let's discard a card, bounce it to the hand, attack opponent for big damage. Opponent get attacked. End the turn. Opponent summoning Blackwing, Blackwing, Blackwing. But no tuners. No tuners means no synchro summoning. And now it's time to fusion. Turn number 3. Still on cue. Absolute Zero is here. Let's bounce opponent's board. Get in for lethal damage. And opponent is toasted. Black Wings be gone with Future Fusion power. Thanks so much for sticking around. Thanks for watching the bonus game. And I'll see you next time. Have a good night.